I never thought I would betray my husband like this. I never imagined myself becoming the kind of woman who would let desire consume her so completely that she'd risk everything. But here I am, sitting in an empty house, haunted by the memory of what I've done. My name is Vanessa. I'm 38 years old, married to a wonderful man named Richard. He's in his late 50s, a successful businessman who has given me everything I could ever want: security, a beautiful home, and a comfortable life. But what he hasn't given me in years is passion. That fire, that hunger, the kind that makes a woman feel wanted, desired. And that's where Jason came in. Jason is Richard's son from his previous marriage. A 23-year-old man with the kind of youthfulness and confidence that I had forgotten existed. When Richard and I got married 5 years ago, Jason was away in college, so I rarely saw him. But when he moved back home recently after finishing his studies, things changed. First, it was harmless. Casual conversations over breakfast, a few playful jokes here and there. But I started to notice the way he looked at me. Not like a stepson should look at his father's wife, but like a man looks at a woman he desires. And God help me, I liked it. One evening, Richard had to leave on a business trip, leaving Jason and me alone in the house. It started innocently enough. I was in the kitchen making dinner when Jason walked in, shirtless, fresh from the gym. I tried to ignore the way his toned body glistened with sweat, but he knew what he was doing. He leaned against the counter, watching me with that cocky smirk. "You know, Vanessa, you don't look like a woman who's satisfied," he said casually, his voice low and teasing. I should have been offended. I should have shut him down right then and there. But instead, I felt a shiver run down my spine. I laughed it off, but later that night, after a few glasses of wine, I found myself sitting next to him on the couch. We were watching a movie, but I wasn't paying attention. The tension between us was unbearable. Then, as if drawn by some invisible force, our eyes met. "You're beautiful," he whispered, his fingers brushing against my arm. I should have stopped him. I should have thought about Richard, about the vows I made. But the truth was, I felt alive in a way I hadn't in years. Before I could second-guess myself, Jason leaned in, his lips barely inches from mine. "Tell me to stop," he murmured. I didn't. That night, we crossed a line that could never be uncrossed. His hands explored my body with a hunger that had been missing from my marriage for so long. We lost ourselves in each other, in the secrecy, in the danger of it all. The next morning, I woke up tangled in his sheets, guilt creeping into my chest like poison. I knew what we had done was wrong, so wrong, but the worst part? I didn't regret it. Now I sit here waiting for Richard to return, knowing that my betrayal will forever stain this marriage. But I also know that if given the chance, I might just do it again. Because for the first time in years, I felt alive.